Tell me a little bit about that. Did things get a little bit personal now?
Yeah, a little bit more personal because, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not going to do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried.
The recently concluded press conference between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez turned chaotic. What started as a routine media event escalated when tempers flared. In the middle of the heated exchange, Canelo suddenly struck Crawford after a fight broke out among fans in the crowd. Now, Canelo faces a fine from boxing officials for his actions.
About the shove, that moment that happened on stage.
Oh, I'm turning on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know. Made me feel more.
In a statement released afterward, Crawford said he planned to keep his emotions in check until fight night, but Canelo pushed him past the limit. "I'll get back at him in the ring," Crawford promised. Tensions rose as both men exchanged insults, shoved each other, and even threw objects across the stage. Security struggled to restore order, reminding everyone that the fighters needed to show respect. Still, things are spiraling fast.
I don't think I'm let him down, man. You know what I mean? I don't care about him down. No.
Can I just ask, obviously he pushed you at the last press conference. Do you think at that point you got in his head for him?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in his head. I don't know what he's thinking about, So I don't know.
The hostility continues. Fight night could get just as explosive. Both men risk being knocked out for the first time in their careers. Just before the press conference, Canelo overheard sharp comments from Crawford's coach, BoMac McIntyre, who predicted Crawford would dominate. "We're going to beat this dog," McIntyre said confidently. "It won't be easy, but we'll break him down in the ring." McIntyre doubled down, reminding fans he had been right before. "I told people about Errol Spence Jr., and they didn't listen," he said. Crawford echoed his trainer's confidence, insisting he would defeat Canelo with ease. A former undisputed champion himself, Crawford has never tasted defeat and is now heading to Las Vegas ready to shock the world. Fans expecting Canelo to easily defend his super middleweight crown may be in for a surprise.
Don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside.
Before leaving for the fight, Crawford addressed his hometown supporters in Nebraska, declaring, "All the doubters will be crying after this." 1. At the press event, host Todd Grisham asked both fighters about their approach. Crawford explained that he doesn't worry about judges' decisions. "I only focus on what I can control, my skills, my execution inside the ring. That's how I win," he said with calm determination.
And I meant that. I meant that. Yes, sir. Everybody's talking about the size, me being a smaller fighter. But if you look on the stage, I've been sparring these big dudes my whole career.
Crawford added that no fighter is invincible. "Any boxer can be knocked out under the right circumstances," he said. "Canelo is tough, durable, but that doesn't mean he can't be beaten. I've always stepped up when it mattered, and this time will be no different. He can't ruin my moment." Moving up in weight, Crawford knows the challenge is huge, but he insists he's ready to rise above it.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Canelo, for his part, brushed off concerns about Crawford's confidence. "Size doesn't worry me," the Mexican superstar said. "I've been in this position before. I always prepare the same way, no matter how big the challenge. I'm here to win, and winning is all I think about. My focus is on making history, nothing else. Canelo also thanked his fans, Netflix, and his team for standing with him as he prepared for the bout.
What would you say from memory that you first thought this fight was a real possibility, that you started thinking about this fight actually happening?
Well, I started thinking about it, a couple of years ago when they started talking about Spence fighting Canelo. Then just, sizing him up, like, all right, how tall is he? How long his arms and things like that, just sizing him up like that and going to his fights and things like that.
Both fighters penned messages to their supporters ahead of the clash, setting the tone for the rivalry. Crawford thanked his fans for their unwavering support and promised them a historic night. "I want you with me when I win," he said. Traveling from Omaha to Las Vegas with his team, Crawford told them to suit up and look sharp, vowing that together they would make history by defeating Canelo.
Of experts, I think Canelo's not the same fighter. His punch output's a lot less. What do you think, considering the last 12 months or so? Is he the same fighter he was maybe a few years ago?
I think he is. I just think, he just wasn't up for the Skull fight. And I think, different fighters bring different, energies out of other fighters.
A lot of people are judging you on the Madrimov fight, saying you struggled moving up in weight. You're going further up in weight. And they're saying that's going to go against you based on the Madrimov fight. How do you kind of...
Confident as ever, Crawford declared, "This is going to be an exciting day for boxing. We're bringing home more gold. I'll be remembered as the three-division undefeated king, the first boxer in history to achieve it." He reminded fans of his long run of knockouts and his lifelong refusal to back down. Meanwhile, Canelo, age 34, said the fight would go down in history no matter what. "At the end of the day, a win is a win," Canelo stated firmly. Interview Ryan Garcia also weighed in on the upcoming showdown. The popular star, who has shared the ring with Canelo before, spoke about the significance of Crawford's undefeated record. Garcia admitted Crawford has skills, but he doesn't believe the Nebraska native has the tools to overcome Canelo. Still, he acknowledged it would be a thrilling spectacle in Las Vegas, one that could reshape boxing's landscape.
Listen, I called Canelo out because, like I said, he the last great fighter amongst the era that surpassed us. The Floyd, the Pacquiao, the De La Hoya. We both came up in that era, and he was right there with those fighters, and he got the chance to fight the Miguel Cottos, the Floyd Mayweathers, and the Kovalevs and Triple Gs, and I wasn't able to get those mega fights.
Garcia predicted that Crawford might have some early success, but would ultimately fall short. "I can see Crawford landing hooks and combinations, but it won't be enough," Garcia said. "Canelo will weather the storm and come out on top. People just hype it up, but nothing has changed. Canelo remains the man to beat." 12 interview Andre Ward, who will be working on the Netflix broadcast of the fight, also shared his perspective. He praised Canelo's composure inside the ring. "Even when he looks relaxed, he's always in control," Ward said. "That presence alone can intimidate an opponent." Ward suggested that Canelo's aura of calm dominance might be just as powerful as his punches.
For Canelo, Rod, keep it a stack. This is the fight of the century. Everybody's talking.
I know.
How do you see it, man?
Man, I really see. I see that Bud is gonna do good. He's gonna do good, but I don't think he's gonna win. But I do see Bud getting a lot of punches off, being able to tag Canelo with some...
Ward also analyzed the fighters' styles, noting that both Crawford and Canelo are puncher boxers. "They can box, but their instinct is to hurt their opponent," Ward explained. "Both know how to use power wisely, but patience will be the key." Though he carefully avoided an official prediction at first, Ward made it clear that both men bring dangerous tools to the fight.
Tag Canelo with some good shots, but they have no effect. That's the thing.
He has the best chin that I've ever seen.
And nothing moves his head.
Yeah, I've never. I seen one time Triple G hit him, and he kind of and then he's right back on it.
Bro, that's the thing. I know he's gonna be able to hit Canelo because I've seen Canelo in sparring where he not that he's getting hit, but he is.
In an interview with Fight Hype, Ward revealed his pick. I'm going with Terence Crawford, he admitted. Still, he acknowledged the risks. It's a big jump in weight, and Canelo's strength is no joke. Crawford has to prove he can withstand that. I'm not doubting his talent, but he needs to show he can break Canelo's will. Ward's take fueled even more debate among fans.
In the beginning, because Crawford is a great fighter as well. I think that the size difference is going to be too much for Crawford. I think that once they start mingling and battling, I think that Canelo might be able to get Crawford. But anything can happen. I mean, Crawford can catch him on chin too.